What's up, world? This is Weird Cosmo Weird. Of House Weird, the Weird House. We're playing some Alan Wake 2. We are actually interrupting the Silent Hill 2 Let's Play because of a game-breaking update. For those of you who are playing the game, you get to a place called Labyrinth. You're supposed to go through different labyrinths, different areas within the labyrinth, and going from area 1 to 2 is blocked for whatever reason. So they'll fix it. Let's move on. We'll come back to it. This is the start of a new play list of unedited live streams. Unedited simply because of time constraints. So if you want to reminisce, or if you don't have the chance to play and you want to check out this bits and pieces of this gameplay to see if it's worth it, or just watch it for entertainment purposes, thanks for being here. I think I hear they did a great job with it. I'm a fan of Control and the Remedyverse in general, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I've sort of, this has been on my radar for a minute now. Both DLCs are installed, and I hear they're incorporated into the into the story, the main game. So it should create a seamless experience. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. We're not going to go too long tonight because it's already kind of late, but we're going to be rotating this in throughout the week. And typically we'll be starting after midnight when we do this. Okay, so nice and cozy, man. Okay, what's up, Justin? Welcome. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's hope that everything runs smoothly. Normal is fine. I actually don't remember too well the events of Alan Wake 1. I think,
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
hold on a second. Sorry to interrupt. Let's take the master volume down a little bit. Okay. You just got a camera for your car? Nice.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
But what does it mean? Ew. Oh my god. He's got... This is a hairy, bad naked man. Wow. see how the light plays on his skin? That's actually, that's quite the model. I don't think we've ever donned the role of a fat, naked, hairy man. Hey, this lake looks cool. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Why is he out here?
Can you hear me?
What's wrong?
Come on, Em. We should go.
Already gone.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm camping out in the woods and I see somebody crawling out the water like this. Yeah, I'm out too, man. Reminds me, I gotta pick up Hellblade 2 at some point. I like the first one a lot. Man, my man is naked, like naked, naked. There was a sound over there. This guy's hearing voices. Naked. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, that's how this game's gonna do me? With just shit flash in front of my face like that? Okay. That's a little cheap. That's a little cheap. Very different tactic. Sprint. My god, those people didn't help. Control was weird. Oh, well, we're just getting started, Justin Blue. But this is, I mean, this is a survival horror game, so it's a different vibe. You know, when you're playing as a... Why did Alan Wake 2 did well? It got really good reviews. It got really good reviews. For whatever reason, it just didn't sell well. But that's not it. This is an interesting case where, I mean, it took them a while to make money back. Where the game was good and it was well received, for whatever reason, marketing, they just didn't carry as much as it. I don't know. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see, but I think it's like a fluke because you couldn't buy a disc. They didn't do a physical release. Maybe we're not quite there, you know, and the digital release was a problem. You know, I don't know. That could be it. Could be it. I heard that they had a hard time making money back, and you know, it affected their logistics to some degree. Whatever. I think they're doing an interesting investment into Firebreak, which is a squad co-op game set in the oldest house that's coming out next year. And I like those kinds of games, so only want multiplayer games nowadays. Storage games are doing bad. Rasshawk, what's up, man? Welcome. Well, yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. They need to, you know, I don't know, reduce the budgets, make them more viable, you know? So the returns don't have to be so big to justify the costs. Oh boy. Oh shit. Oh, I guess I gotta go this way. Oh no. Oh, damn. Shit. Can I just say, what the hell? Man, that was a lot. That was really visceral, man. They were not pulling any punches. A ritualistic murder after you don the shoes of an unlikely character. You know, just crawling out the water like that. You don't even know what to think. Really good backdrop, and then this fucking in your face visceral uh, sacrifice. I mean, wow. Holy shit. All right. Alan Wake 2. Shit is intense. You know, I don't remember shit like that actually happens. You know, that's a different discussion, Rasaki. You're about to freak my ass out. You know, it's almost 2 a.m. Listen, the first Alan Wake felt like a video game. This immediately feels different. Let's see where this goes, but
Hey, kiddo.
immediately feels
How
different.
are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
And I suppose if I had to, I'm sorry to interrupt all this, but this is a game with commentary, so I'm not just gonna. It's not just a silent let's play. Um, but I guess I'll be thinking about the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'll be thinking about Resident Evil 7. I'll be thinking about Silent Hill 2, which I was just playing. You know, there's some interesting things to compare and contrast in terms of like tone and um uh cinematic presentation and all that stuff, because how horror games are going to be done going forward has a lot to do with the ones that are going to be successful. And I think you know, much like movies, you know, well, they tend to get pretty deep. Like the good ones are usually talking about something, you know.
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Hmm?
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers!
Hmm.
I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
That's Sam Lake right there.
Logan. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid.
Apparently, uh, Max Payne is being rebooted, and I think it's going to join the Remedyverse. That's the impression I get. And I think this guy is a tie-in to that universe. Logan. I didn't play Max Payne, so maybe in the future we'll do like a franchise run. You know, it'll be interesting to see if I can kind of spot the potential references or tie-ins or whatever. But I'll read about it later so I can get the details.
Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Return 1 invitation.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
I should take a look at that map.
This is pretty good looking. I like the way that the light, the dappled light. Yeah, this is a pretty good looking game. It's pretty good looking. Look at her hair. They even got her like curly hair. Pretty well done. And look at her movements. Her movements aren't like stiff. She's got like a natural sway no matter if you like turn around and stuff. This is pretty cool. FBI. I don't think I've been FBI in a video game like officially. I think, or like any sort of government agent. I think the closest was like XCOM. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. I hate it when this happens, but I have like an active cat situation and I need her calm. I'll be right back. Yeah, she didn't finish her food, and then she comes around looking for more food for whatever reason. Okay, I might have to give her a little bit more, but we'll see if she just finishes that. Okay, let's continue.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Mind place. Rental cabins, bony legged path, the general store, the witch's hut, witch's ladle, crow's foot hills, cauldron lake shore, streamside, and the witchfinder station. The witch. Mentions of the witch makes me think of Witchfire and how there's like a witch you gotta deal with.
Hey, over here.
Yeah, that's good. She's got a spin up and a wind down for her run. Hold on a
Hey
sec.
there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Just looking. The rental cabins.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot.
Alex
Sorry
Casey.
about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Damn, he's just.
Here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took him back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Okay. Meet Thornton. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Okay. Cool. The Mind Place. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Mind Place. I read about, heard a little bit about this feature. Is that like a tea set? Got radio, beer, wine glass. Still doesn't go anywhere. It's a photograph of a tree. Got some taxidermy. Alex Casey, her partner. Her daughter. Looks like her daughter. Photograph of a boat. Is this a greeting card or a birthday card? Yeah, when you think about like video game design and production design, I take for granted, I think, all the work that some 3D modeler has to do making the most mundane objects, like a radiator, just so they can throw them in the game, have some light cast on them, make them feel real. But all these little details, you know, they add up. Like, what is this? Some kind of leftovers. The Resident Evil remakes, you know, they've got a lot of detail to them. Oh, it's the big budget horror is not bad. It's quality. It looks good. All right, let's look here.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Well, all right. The case borrows a mental technique that allows Sokka to analyze clues in progress. Okay. Slight difference in murders. Bloating only commonality in bodies but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Oh, I see they were all bloated. You are now free to navigate the case or leave by pressing B. Okay. Internal dissemination only. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connection will help our search for the killer. Previous murders. Case board. Do I... Cases. Murder method. So all the bodies end up bloated, bruising on wrists and legs. Deep gash in the chest. All bodies experience bloating. I see. Only one victim was found in the water. Most recent victim died of major chest trauma. 2018 victim hard to confirm due to condition of body. Bruising, some form of restraint, strapped or belted down. Yeah, we saw that. So yeah, she's onto it, right? Talk to someone. We don't have a profile yet. Postmortem tattooing of the body. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos. A message from the killer, maybe, or their art. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Killer may be a sportsman or hunter. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. Yeah. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane, dentist. Stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrists. Missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in shallow grave. Found in Cauldron Lake 2018, some organs missing, predation. State of the body does not match 8 years spent in the lake. Teacher, body blood, lost chest wound, Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Found 2 weeks ago, chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing of the body is illegible.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Visiting the mine place does not pause the game.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday, an idyllic evening of barbecuing and late night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows, next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness who preferred to remain anonymous, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and this psycho guy comes crashing round the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." Representation from the rental cabins who chose to remain anonymous wanted, or representative, wanted to remind customers, if you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us. The representative went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochure and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. All right. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright, sunny, jolly, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right. In the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. What? Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. But for all of you thinking there's got to be another way, it's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, so get out there and do it. Just don't ask for a flashlight in case it gets dark. Just don't forget a flashlight. So you're depressed, you should go for a walk. A Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ, little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No, in this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Okay. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. CB, as his owner refers to him, had been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid that she would never see her best friend again. When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears. She said, "I must have asked, am I dreaming?" at least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to give those kinds of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. But sure, what with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, their cats eaten, and so it felt real good to give some good news. Even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that. What happened to Coffee Bean? So there was a man attacking some people, a little girl competing in a bake-off, hiking, stop depression, and a little story about Coffee Bean who got found, beat up in the woods. Surprised she didn't pay attention to like the date of the look for any other, I don't know. Okay. There's nothing this way. Alright. Let's progress. Starting cars is prohibited.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
What's this? Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak. Is that the place where the darkest dungeon is? The iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Inverted glory. That reminds me of when you first meet the board in Control. They're like a pyramid that's descending from the sky. You can't see really where their base begins. It just connects into a point. I wonder if there's any value in exploration. Like, what's this? You know, like, is there a legend?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit. Mortar falls as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resembles a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hold on. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Just had. I don't think there's any. It doesn't appear to any
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
benefit to going off the beaten path. So.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers, shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
That's right, X-Files, baby.
For real? You guys hiring?
He's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
The truth is out there. Oh God. Hey, this reminds me of like
Now, this
True
is the scene
Detective.
of the crime. We found him on the table, and we didn't touch nothing. You know,
That's his penis.
scissors and stuff.
Damn.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor.
Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Oh man, this is really gruesome. Very intense. This is the
Step
first time we've
1.
seen anything like this in the
Examine
game.
the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Hmm. Objectives are available. I see. Okay, so previous murders. So this is a new guy. All right. Collect clues in the body to progress the investigation. So there's 3 clues.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Right.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Case board. On to the open question.
Makes sense.
Bruising indicates victim was alive when restrained. Matches other cases. Okay. I see.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
And unlocked a deduction. Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. Okay.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Mm-hmm.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
A deduction is available.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
You really made a mess here, caught up in the act of just sloppy work.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Crime of passion and premeditation, yeah, indeed. For later.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Wait, no, I didn't see anything. Oh, I see.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about
Oh, damn.
13 years ago.
FBI
I
agent.
haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
13 years, what service now? Where's he been? Indeed.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
The tripod looks new.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But
Word.
why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
To get inside the head of suspects and victims. Profiling people of interest.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
How does she know that?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find. I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Here lived the witch of culture, and like beware her spirit may still haunt this place. Really? Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. Disappointed more. She said her parents want to get better jobs, get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? So I told her. She said, thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday. Snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake. Instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm gonna find out what. I'm gonna go back there tomorrow. Better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building. Take some photos. It's gonna be epic. The big house by the lake. Gear. What's that?
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do. Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Just remember that Alan is watching over us. Manuscript fragments. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. Increase the magazine size by 50. Another headshot. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. I need 12 of those things. Okay. Damn, so you do want to explore and look around. Weapon upgrade. It says one weapon. Is that just the currency?
Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible.
Wild Valley. Oh, that's just the amount of... Okay. Currency I have. It's so interesting to have, without having to load anything, access to this whole other place that you can control Saga in. This place definitely has a vibe.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Increases maximum health. Batteries for charging the flashlight. Oh. It's the white button. She can dodge.
Welcome back, Anderson.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after his cauldron shape. Cultures later. And yet there are many mystery stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. Legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. She was not a witch before she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Damn. Sucky. There's a story in Silent Hill about a couple that is separated by water after a accusation of witchcraft, I'm guessing.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
What does it say?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
The victim was one of their own, FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago, and now he had suddenly turned up only to be murdered in a brutal, bloody ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page. The first page they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying death secrets. Secret truth trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words felt like a message. It was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on, an invitation. How could they not accept? Sheer audacity this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them. It looks like he came out of the tree, though.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Yeah, how did he make it through that boulder?
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Ah. The killer's watching this game on.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Point of interest cases.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Alan, wait, what the hell are these? Yeah, indeed. Okay, so Simmons in the cauldron. Like area, there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 more.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in... crazy.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
So, okay, so we go this way.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Well, this guy, hero. Oh, hero, have a heroic day. Okay.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I think, okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Various wildlife in Pacific Northwest. Aluminium Witch Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange crowned warbler. A little late in season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed. It's warm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize to explain. Getting a little concerned, I might have to find another spot somewhere safer. Sounds are getting closer. Moved inland, foliage is stunning. Must come back to fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way the Methuselah's beard hang off it. So why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, I saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird, maybe drugs. At my distance, should probably find another spot. So annoying. After I saw the weirdo guy, decided to change spots again. Moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at. I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago. They sound wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun's going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope to go away. Something is really not right about this place. Yeah, I don't know why you went out there by yourself. I notice that as we progress, okay. Made it back.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Okay. So
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
for now.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
That's cool.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale.
I'm gonna go check something out.
Just tuning
Be
in.
right back.
Got it.
You're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded. But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A
so you're a fan of swans.
No!
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
No. Guys recording me.
I need bolt cutters.
How do you save in this place?
Hi.
So sleepy. Just a few more days.
Take care now.
Okay. Gar, what's my opinion? She's cool, man. Well, I mean, and I'm assuming this guy's getting down. That's funny. Okay. All right. So, a couple of things. The game started off really intense, and I didn't need it to stay that level. It could be that I'm just moving slow as I'm taking in everything, and you gotta get a sense like does the game wants you to explore, yes, but what are the clues that there's actually something worthwhile? There's a bit more reading in the documents than I thought, but then again, Control had a lot of wordy documents. Um, and and how does the game at least initially want me to play? You know, like have a good cheesable day. Yeah, nice. You too. Um, uh, does this game want me to focus on? It's kind of like I don't know, man. Silent Hill, maybe because it was a remake, really was felt very lean. Is if that word is right. It's like the mechanics become pretty obvious to you. And then, so you start exploring and then you start progressing as the puzzle reveals itself and you start dealing with enemies. Here, they're really trying to make you like part of a story. Um I need to potentially start this over mainly because I don't know when I'm coming on the save point and I actually can't go further. I have to get off. I feel like um I didn't have as much energy as I thought. So we're gonna have to pick this up into the next session, possibly redo this section. I don't know. But I just apologies for that. I'm it's like so calm and it's so late that I'm starting to doze off. So I don't want to do that. Because I actually like what I'm seeing here and I want to be sort of present. So I think what we'll do is we'll just start earlier tomorrow. Today I decided to start off with a block for Dark Tide, and that was a lot of fun. But um, I was actually kind of like burning the last few brain cells that I had to really focus this evening. So So let's do the right thing, take a step back, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here. As always, we're here pretty much every evening, putting in some time gaming, going through these works of art, and I look forward to seeing you later on. All right. Toodles, guys. Thanks again. Peace.